Édouard Manet was a pioneer who redefined modern art. Often considered a bridge between realism and impressionism, his bold brushstrokes and unconventional subject matter challenged traditional artistic norms. His paintings shocked audiences, sparked controversy, and paved the way for a new era in art. But who was Manet? What inspired his revolutionary style? And how did he become one of the most influential painters in history? Let's explore the fascinating life and legacy of Édouard Manet. Early life and education. Édouard Manet was born on January 23, 1832 in Paris, France. He came from a wealthy and respected family. His father, Auguste Manet, was a high-ranking government official, and his mother, Eugénie Désirée Fournier, was well connected in Parisian society. His parents wanted him to pursue a legal or naval career, but Manet had different aspirations. After failing the Naval Academy entrance exam twice, he convinced his family to let him study art. In 1850, he joined the studio of Thomas Couture, a well-known academic painter. However, Manet soon grew frustrated with Couture's traditional methods and sought inspiration elsewhere. Manet traveled to Italy, Germany, and the Netherlands, where he studied the works of Renaissance and Baroque masters like Titian, Diego Velázquez, and Frans Hals. Their bold compositions and use of light deeply influenced his style, setting the foundation for his own artistic revolution. Early career and break from tradition. Manet began his career painting in a traditional style, but he quickly developed a more radical approach. He rejected the polished historical themes favored by academic artists and instead focused on contemporary life. In 1863, he submitted his painting Déjeuner sur l'herbe, Luncheon on the Grass, to the Paris Salon, the most prestigious art exhibition in France. The painting depicted a nude woman casually sitting with two fully dressed men in a park, a scene that defied traditional artistic conventions. It was rejected by the Salon and displayed instead at the Salon des Refusés, exhibition of the rejected, where it caused an uproar. Critics attacked its shocking subject matter and bold technique, but the painting also gained attention and cemented Manet's reputation as an artistic rebel. Though heavily criticized, Déjeuner sur l'herbe was groundbreaking. It directly challenged the academic traditions that dictated how nudes should be portrayed in art. Instead of mythological or biblical themes, Manet presented an ordinary scene, making it both modern and controversial. This defiance of artistic norms would become a defining trait of his career. Olympia and scandal. Just 2 years later, Manet stirred even more controversy with Olympia, 1865. The painting depicted a nude woman staring directly at the viewer with an air of confidence and defiance. Unlike the idealized nudes of classical paintings, Olympia appeared unapologetically modern. The public and critics were outraged. Many viewed the painting as vulgar and offensive, largely because Olympia was modeled after a real-life Parisian courtesan. The stark contrast between her pale skin and the dark background, as well as the provocative gaze, made the painting even more unsettling. Despite the criticism, Olympia became one of the most significant paintings of the 19th century. It influenced countless artists, including the Impressionists, and challenged the rigid artistic norms of the time. Over time, Olympia was recognized for what it truly was: a bold statement on the changing role of women in society and a rejection of outdated artistic ideals. Today, it is regarded as a masterpiece and is housed in the Musée d'Orsay in Paris. Manet and the Impressionists. Although Manet is often associated with the Impressionist movement, he never considered himself an Impressionist. He was friends with artists like Claude Monet, Pierre-Auguste Renoir, and Edgar Degas, but he refused to participate in their independent exhibitions. Unlike the Impressionists, who painted outdoors and used loose, spontaneous brushwork, Manet preferred to work in his studio and maintained a more structured approach. However, his use of light, color, and modern subject matter greatly influenced the Impressionists, and they, in turn, inspired him to experiment with brighter colors and softer edges. One of his most famous Impressionist-influenced paintings is Boating, 1874, which captures a relaxed moment on the water with bold, vivid blues. This work showcases Manet's evolving style, blending his classical training with Impressionist techniques. Manet also played a crucial role in supporting the Impressionists, both financially and socially. He encouraged their work and helped introduce their art to influential collectors. Though he never officially joined the movement, his impact on Impressionism was undeniable. Later years and struggles. As Manet grew older, he faced increasing health problems. In the late 1870s, he developed complications from syphilis, which caused severe pain and limited his ability to work. Despite his declining health, he continued painting, producing some of his most celebrated works during this period. One of his last masterpieces, A Bar at the Folies Bergère, 1882, is a striking depiction of a barmaid at a bustling Parisian nightclub. The painting is famous for its complex use of perspective, reflections, and social commentary. It remains one of Manet's most analyzed and admired works. During his final years, Manet also focused on smaller works, painting delicate still lifes and portraits. His series of floral paintings, including Vase of Peonies, 1882, displayed a softer, more intimate side of his artistry. In 1883, at the age of 51, Manet's health worsened, and he had to have his left leg amputated due to gangrene. Just days later, on April 30th, 1883, he passed away. His death marked the end of an era, but his artistic legacy was just beginning to take shape. Manet's legacy, Edouard. Manet's impact on the art world is undeniable. He challenged artistic conventions, broke traditional barriers, and paved the way for modern art. His fearless approach to subject matter and technique inspired countless artists, from the Impressionists to the Post-Impressionists and beyond. Today, Manet's works are housed in some of the world's most prestigious museums, including the Louvre, the Musée d'Orsay, and the Metropolitan Museum of Art. His paintings continue to be studied, admired, and celebrated as masterpieces of modern art. Manet's courage in defying artistic norms changed the course of history. His works remind us that art is meant to push boundaries, spark conversations, and capture the essence of life as it truly is. Even decades after his death, Manet's influence can still be seen in contemporary art. His legacy is not just in his paintings, but in the way he transformed the very definition of art. Édouard Manet was more than just a painter. He was a revolutionary who reshaped the art world. His bold brushstrokes, modern subjects, and fearless attitude made him a true pioneer of his time. What do you think about Manet's art? Which of his paintings do you find most fascinating? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more artistic journeys.